Have you ever watched someone walk into a room and instantly command attention? Whether it's their confidence, their energy, or how effortlessly they hold a conversation, there's something magnetic about their presence. Chances are, you've envied that kind of pull, especially when it comes to women. The truth? This kind of attraction isn't about being conventionally attractive, having insane wealth, or even memorizing a bunch of power phrases. It's something much deeper that every man can learn. Yes, that includes you. Attraction, at its core, is about emotions. It's not about what you own or what you look like. It's about how you make someone feel. A woman might notice a man with broad shoulders or a great smile, but what keeps her up late thinking about him is the wave of emotions he inspires when they're together. The exciting thing is, this isn't something you're born with. It's something you develop. You can become the person who sparks curiosity, excitement, and longing, all while being true to yourself. This guide won't teach you manipulated tactics or cheap tricks. This is all about creating meaningful emotional connections, connections that get her thinking. This guy is completely different from anyone else I've ever met. By exploring the concepts of emotional impact, mystery, spontaneity, and safety, will help you redefine the way you think about attraction. Settle in, because what follows could transform your love life forever. The role of drama in attraction. When most people hear the word drama, they think of stress, conflict, or unnecessary chaos. But in the world of relationships, drama takes on a different meaning. It's about emotional engagement. Without it, interactions fall flat. Imagine a TV series with zero twists, turns, or surprises. Would you even bother watching? Probably not. Drama matters in storytelling, and it matters in attraction too. Here's why drama is crucial. Humans are hardwired to seek emotional stimulation. Drama stirs emotions, creating peaks of excitement, intrigue, and even a touch of anxiety. Those emotional highs and lows become almost addictive. And what's so fascinating about attraction is that the brain starts tying those strong feelings to the person involved. It's why someone can think back to an old flame and feel their heart race, even decades later. Drama in attraction isn't about being manipulative or toxic. It's about crafting moments that leave her heart racing and her mind spinning, but always in a way that feels positive. For example, imagine going for a surprise late-night adventure instead of sticking to a dull dinner plan, or playfully disagreeing over which ice cream flavor rules supreme. These moments keep her intrigued, emotionally engaged, and wanting more. Drama is the spark that turns memorable encounters into unforgettable connections. Creating dramatic moments doesn't require extravagant plans. Small moments of unpredictability infused with humor or thoughtfulness do the trick. For instance, instead of just complimenting her, tease her a little. If she says she's obsessed with her current favorite book, respond with, "I mean, it's okay, but way overhyped." Delivered with a cheeky grin, this type of banter creates an emotional ping-pong effect. It's engaging and keeps the conversation lively. Drama isn't about complication. It's about making ordinary moments extraordinary, external versus internal. Emotional experiences. The most common mistake men make when attempting to impress women is focusing too much on external gestures. Fancy restaurants, elaborate gifts, or over-the-top plans will generate excitement temporarily. But here's the catch. External experiences only create fleeting emotions. Once the novelty wears off, the connection often falters. The real magic lies in fostering internal emotional experiences, where the feelings arise directly from you, not the circumstances. Internal emotional experiences aren't dependent on money or big gestures. They come from how you interact with her. For instance, a compliment that shows you've truly paid attention to her, like pointing out how her laughter lights up the room, will have a much stronger impact than any generic "you're beautiful." Why? Because it creates feelings tied directly to you. It's not about what you're giving her, it's about how you're making her feel. There's also immense power in emotional variety. Creating a dynamic between easy laughter, moments of deep conversation, and playful teasing builds a roller coaster of feelings that keeps her connected to you. These small but meaningful interactions are what differentiate someone unforgettable from someone she likes but eventually forgets. Imagine sitting across from her at a coffee shop. Instead of sticking to surface-level questions like her job or favorite music, ask something surprising. Bring up moments she hasn't thought about in years, like, what's the wildest thing you've done on a whim? Or what's one dream you haven't told anyone yet? These aren't just conversation starters. They're invitations for emotional depth. And as she shares these intimate pieces of herself, she'll associate those moments of openness with you, creating excitement through attention and indifference. The May. Most intoxicating relationships are built around emotional tension, a delicate dance of giving and withholding. Women enjoy feeling desired, but they also love the chase. You don't want to be too available and predictable. Unpredictability keeps things interesting. Paying attention is your first tool. When you ask her about her interests, remember the small details she shares and bring them back later. If she mentions how she's always wanted to visit Paris, casually reference it a week later by playing a French song during a car ride. These thoughtful moments make her feel seen and valued. Now, balance that attention with brief moments of playful indifference. For example, if she's used to getting instant replies from you, take your time once in a while. Instead of constantly showering her with praise, tease her when she gets overly passionate about something. Oh, so you're that person who puts pineapple on pizza. Done lightly, this pushes the emotional pendulum and keeps her engaged. This combination of attention and indifference creates emotional highs and lows. Our brains are built to crave variety. By keeping her guessing about what's next, you evoke feelings of excitement and desire. She'll never feel like things have gotten stale or one-sided. Being fun and enjoyable to be around. Have you noticed how energy is infectious? People love to spend time with someone who makes life feel brighter and more enjoyable. Becoming that person isn't about being the loudest guy in the room or forcing enthusiasm. True joy comes from within, and when you're able to share it authentically, it's magnetic. Start with your mindset. Focus on being present and enjoying the moment, no matter how big or small. Instead of worrying about impressing her, relax and find reasons to smile. If you're having fun, that energy will naturally make her feel good too. Spontaneity is another key element of being enjoyable. Instead of sticking to routine plans, throw in an element of surprise. Suggest taking a detour during a walk to check out a hidden mural or trying out a weird food item neither of you plan to order. This mix of the unexpected and the authentic makes every interaction feel fresh and exciting. One surefire way to become irresistible is to show passion about your hobbies, dreams, or quirks. When you talk about topics you deeply care about, your enthusiasm becomes contagious. Whether it's describing your favorite book or your dream travel destination, she'll get caught up in your energy. Passion isn't just exciting, it's inspiring. Turning negativity into positivity, life is full of imperfections, and that's rarely truer than in the dating world. From spilled drinks to awkward conversations, unexpected hiccups are inevitable. But here's the thing, how you respond in these moments says more about you than you think. Negativity can make or break an interaction, depending on how you choose to handle it. The secret: don't shy away from it, embrace it. When you can transform awkward or tough moments into opportunities for connection, you create a unique bond that she'll admire and remember. Take, for example, the all-too-common scenario of making a silly mistake in front of someone you're trying to impress. Maybe you trip over your words while sharing a story, or unknowingly knock over your drink as you gesture. Hey, it happens to the best of us. Instead of letting embarrassment take over, turn it into a shared laugh. Flash a grin and say something like, "Well, there goes my audition for Graceful Guy of the Year." Suddenly, what could have been an uncomfortably tense moment becomes disarming and even cute. The beauty of this strategy is that it showcases emotional resilience. Turning negativity into positivity communicates confidence, vulnerability, and a willingness to laugh at yourself. These qualities are universally attractive because they make you human, and humans like connecting with other humans, not robots who strive for perfection. She'll feel at ease knowing that you can roll with whatever life throws in your direction, which in turn makes her want to be around you even more. There's something undeniably powerful about being able to lighten the mood when things don't go according to plan. Shared laughter is often the foundation of the most meaningful relationships because it acts as an emotional release. When you turn a potentially negative moment into something positive, it tells her, I can weather the storm, and I can make it fun along the way. And that's gold. She'll start to see you not just as someone she can enjoy, but as someone she can trust to brighten even the cloudiest situations. Unfinished conversations to spark. Curiosity is a wonder drug. It hooks the mind, stokes the imagination, and refuses to settle down until it gets answers. If you've never thought about leveraging this natural human instinct in attraction, now is the time. One of the simplest but most effective ways to keep a woman intrigued is to leave her wanting more, not by playing hard to get, but by strategically keeping your interactions open-ended. Think about it like this. When you start an incredible TV series that leaves episodes on an unforgettable cliffhanger, what happens? You think about it non-stop, counting down the minutes to the next episode drop. The human brain craves the closure of unanswered questions. Use this same principle during your conversations to leave her intrigued and excited about your next interaction. For example, if you're telling a hilarious mishap about the time you got lost abroad, pause just before the resolution and say, but I'll tell you how I actually made it back another time. Watch her expression tilt from surprise to amused frustration, followed by a laugh. The sheer act of halting the story mid-flow will leave her wondering, what happens next? And she'll associate that feeling of curiosity with you. Of course, you'll eventually need to deliver the payoff if she asks later, but until then, you've created the ultimate hook. Leaving things unfinished doesn't mean being vague, secretive, or evasive. Instead, think of it as giving her glimpses of to-be-continued moments. Subtle hints of your fascinating personality, paired with stories or jokes you plan to wrap up later, keep you at the forefront of her mind. The longer those gaps remain unresolved, the more she'll anticipate reconnecting to fill in the blanks. Even something as simple as ending a text exchange with, "Remind me to tell you about that time I almost crashed a talent show. You'll love this one," can work wonders. These subtle tactics are incredibly effective because they don't require overthinking or excessive effort. They're about keeping the emotional wire taut and you in her thoughts. Ending interactions at their peak. Ever heard the saying, leave them wanting more? It's iconic advice for a reason. The biggest mistake many people make when things are going well, whether during a date, conversation, or hangout, is overstaying their welcome. Your instinct might tell you to spend as much time together as possible when the vibe is amazing, but lingering too long often dilutes the intensity of those electric moments. The key is to leave her on a high note so that you live rent-free in her thoughts for hours, days, or even weeks afterward. Picture this. You're in the middle of a fantastic, laughter-filled date, the kind where everything flows effortlessly. It's tempting to keep those good vibes rolling into the next hour and push for more. But consider this instead. End it there. Confidently conclude the interaction by saying something like, "This has been amazing, but I've got to jet. I can't wait to see you again, though." Walking away at the peak moment burns the interaction into her memory. She'll remember how much fun she was having when it ended, which creates a desire to experience it all over again. The reason this works boils down to how the brain processes memories. We don't recall every single second of our experiences. Instead, the brain tends to latch onto two key points: the peak, the moment of highest excitement, and the end. By ensuring both are positive, you leave her with the most favorable impression possible. This means she'll replay those golden moments in her mind long after the conversation or date has ended, eagerly waiting to create more with you. Maintaining. Mystery and unpredictability. Predictable guys are comfortable, but comfortable isn't unforgettable. To keep attraction alive, You need to maintain an air of unpredictability and mystery, not in a way that feels forced or calculated, but through genuine enthusiasm for keeping things fresh. When her interactions with you are exciting and full of wonder, she'll naturally want to come back for more. One way to maintain mystery is by not oversharing too soon. You don't need to lay your entire life story on the table within the first few conversations. Instead, reveal yourself in layers. If she asks about your hobbies, mention something unexpected like, "I've got this unusual habit where I collect old postcards and try to figure out the stories behind them. I'll show you my weirdest find sometime." A response like this is both intriguing and conversational. It leaves her curious about what drives you and gives her something unique to associate with you. Unpredictability can also apply to how you spend your time together. Instead of always falling back on the typical dinner and a movie date, shake things up. Suggest something out of the box, like finding a random food truck festival or attending a local improv show. These creative ideas show thoughtfulness while keeping things unpredictable enough to remain exciting. The goal here isn't to be needlessly cryptic or closed off. It's about creating a dynamic where she genuinely looks forward to uncovering more about you. It's the thrill of discovery, the "what will he do next" factor, that deepens attraction long after the initial spark. Mystery keeps interactions compelling, full of depth and wonder, and always teetering on the edge of adventure. The role of jealousy in sustaining attraction. Despite its sometimes intimidating reputation, jealousy, when used sparingly and playfully, can have a surprisingly strong impact on attraction. This doesn't mean stirring unnecessary conflict or being dishonest. It means reminding her, in a subtle and gentle way, that you're a high-value man whose attention is desirable. Casually hinting that people notice you can spark awareness of how in demand you are. For instance, during a conversation, mention in passing how someone at work complimented your sharp sense of humor, or how you recently had an interesting discussion with a female friend about a topic you're passionate about. These small anecdotes create a touch of competition, not overpowering, just enough to spark intrigue and strengthen her desire to secure her spot in your world. The beauty of this approach is that it balances confidence without arrogance. You don't need to boast or make her feel second best. The goal is to gently remind her that others see your worth, just like she does. When handled thoughtfully, this small dose of jealousy can breathe new life into any budding connection, making her feel safe and secure. Emotional safety isn't just an added bonus in attraction. It's the fortress on which attraction is built and thrives. Without it, all the tension, drama, and mystery in the world won't hold her attention if she doesn't feel secure with you. Safety is the foundation of trust, connection, and deep emotional bonds that go beyond surface-level attraction. Consistency is absolutely crucial here. Align your words with your actions and show her through your reliability that she can trust you, not just in the big dramatic gestures that make for romantic stories, but in the small day-to-day actions that reveal your character. Things like remembering the little details she shares, showing up when you say you will, and following through on your promises are what truly build trust over time. These acts quietly communicate that you're someone she can rely on, no matter what challenges arise. Feeling safe with you isn't just about physical safety, though that's important too. It's about creating an emotional environment where she feels free to be herself without fear of judgment or rejection. When she's around you, she should feel like she can let her guard down, express her true thoughts, and share her dreams, fears, or even her lighthearted musings, knowing she'll be met with understanding and support. This kind of emotional openness strengthens the bond between you, showing her that you value and accept her for who she truly is. Conversations should leave her feeling empowered, valued, and understood. Ask her about her goals, listen to what truly matters to her, and show her through your attentiveness that her voice matters. When she feels safe emotionally, she'll feel like she's with someone who truly gets her, someone who sees her not just for what she does, but for who she is. Safety is a powerful thing. It communicates you're with someone who will protect and support you, creating a bond built on mutual respect and trust. And when this sense of security is balanced with the excitement of unpredictability and fun, it becomes the ultimate combination, fostering a relationship where she feels both grounded and exhilarated. The value of debate and disagreement. There's a common myth in the world of dating that agreeing with everything she says is the path to her heart. But here's the reality. Attraction thrives on authenticity, and nothing screams boring like a guy who's afraid to challenge her or share his unique perspective. Respectful disagreement is not only an opportunity for stimulating conversation, but it also demonstrates confidence, self-worth, and your ability to hold your ground. Women value men who have their own opinions, and challenging her, in a thoughtful way, signals that you're not just trying to impress her, you're genuinely engaging with her. Disagreements, when handled respectfully, show that you're listening to her, processing her thoughts, and not afraid to add your own voice to the dialogue. This creates intellectual and emotional stimulation, which is incredibly attractive. It's not about winning the debate or proving her wrong. It's about keeping the conversation interesting, empowering both of you to learn more about each other, and showing her who you really are. One of the common pitfalls in relationships is overemphasizing a single emotion, which can quickly wear thin. Too much fun without moments of depth can make her feel like the relationship lacks substance. Meanwhile, focusing solely on safety and seriousness risks slowing the momentum and dulling the spark. It's important to pay attention to her reactions. If she's laughing and enjoying lighthearted fun, don't immediately shift into a serious topic. On the flip side, if she's opening up about something meaningful, don't interrupt her with a joke. Emotional variety isn't about forcing a feeling, but about moving fluidly between them based on the moment. Keeping the balance ensures your time together is always evolving emotionally, never settling into a flat line. People remember not just how someone made them laugh or think, but how they made them feel. And the variety of those emotions is what creates unforgettable connections. Long-term attraction often falters because the initial excitement fades, leaving couples stuck in repetitive patterns. But sustaining emotional variety can ensure the connection never grows dull. Regularly trying new activities together, whether exploring a new city, picking up a hobby, or cooking a completely unfamiliar cuisine, keeps the excitement alive. 2. At the same time, be conscious of returning to the comfort and depth of safety. Reassure her with consistent actions that she can always count on you, even during unpredictable times. When these emotional foundations align, the relationship becomes an ongoing adventure she'll never want to leave. Mastering emotional variety isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about showing up authentically and being willing to explore the full spectrum of what makes you and her human. That's what keeps the spark alive, always. And just like that, you've mastered the art of becoming the man she simply cannot help but adore. Every tool here is actionable. Now it's time to practice. Go be unforgettable. One of the common pitfalls in relationships is overemphasizing a single emotion, which can quickly wear thin. Too much fun without moments of depth can make her feel like the relationship lacks substance. Meanwhile, focusing solely on safety and seriousness risks slowing the momentum and dulling the spark. It's important to pay attention to her reactions. If she's laughing and enjoying lighthearted fun, don't immediately shift into a serious topic. On the flip side, if she's opening up about something meaningful, don't interrupt her with a joke. Emotional variety isn't about forcing a feeling, but about moving fluidly between them based on the moment. Keeping the balance ensures your time together is always evolving emotionally, never settling into a flat line. People remember not just how someone made them laugh or think, but how they made them feel. And the variety of those emotions is what creates unforgettable connections. Long-term attraction often falters because the initial excitement fades, leaving couples stuck in repetitive patterns. But sustaining emotional variety can ensure the connection never grows dull. Regularly trying new activities together, whether exploring a new city, picking up a hobby, or cooking a completely unfamiliar cuisine keeps the excitement alive. 2. At the same time, be conscious of returning to the comfort and depth of safety. Reassure her with consistent actions that she can always count on you, even during unpredictable times. When these emotional foundations align, the relationship becomes an ongoing adventure she'll never want to leave. Mastering emotional variety isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about showing up authentically and being willing to explore the full spectrum of what makes you and her human. That's what keeps the spark alive, always. And just like that, you've mastered the art of becoming the man she simply cannot help but adore. Every tool here is actionable. Now it's time to practice. Go be unforgettable.